So I need you to rewind for just a second. So when you say that you was shooting through the door and somebody was shooting through the door back, like that was the jit outside
Yeah,
that was originally supposed to do the feature.
yeah,
So he basically heard commotion and all that from outside the door.
Of course.
yeah. He heard him say shoot through the door. He was trying to hold him up through the door, and it was just like,
Damn, so they was trying to do some shit.
yeah,
Damn,
100%.
that's crazy.
When I let off the shots through the door and the clip ended, it emptied from that point. Like it wasn't really like I don't know if it was coming or anything, but I didn't hear anything anymore coming back from the door, and like they still wrestling around on the ground. He's like wrestling with the gun, but he's like reaching at his back, like he still got something in his back, and like Darrell, like I remember he like punched him twice. He like punches him. I'm coming around I'm about to run around the counter, and he hits a gun on top of the counter. And I remember I grabbed it, and then I aimed it, and he looked dead at it, and like I went to shoot it, and the clip fell out, and I grabbed the clip. He like grabbed it, and then like Darrell go to grab him and everything. They're still wrestling. I go to shoot, and he turns him. He's holding him. He turns Darrell like a shield almost, and I hit Darrell hit him in his elbow.
Yeah, so that's why he had the sling on.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I hit him in his elbow, and like right after that, he's like, "Go, go, go!" And then like the dude's like on top of him, and I just let off like 2, 3 more, and then like Darrell's like pushing off, crawling from under him, and like I didn't know if he was reaching, so like it looked like he was like reaching for like still like there was another gun or something, and he like I just shot it, and then that's when he kind of like silent. I remember it was just like Darrell's arms like hanging. His arms like hanging. He's bleeding, and he's like, "My son, my son." And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get him. And I run in there. He's asleep. Like his son didn't even wake up.
Mm.
Like grace of God.
So what did y'all immediately do right after that? Because I mean,
Wait, I got a question. So after those 3 shots, was he was done?
I didn't check on him.
He went to go get the son.
Yeah, I was not worried. He wasn't moving, so I wasn't worried about it no more.
so
Like
immediately what happened after that?
So I remember Darrell's arms just like hanging. He's looking for the keys, cause I'm like, he has to go to the hospital. Like, so I remember like I'm freaking out though, cause I'm like, I go in there to get his son. His son's knocked out. Like grace of God, like didn't even. So I'm like, wake him up. He's like, just wake him up, and I'm like, all right. And I'm like, he's like, just tell him we're gonna go play a game. And I was like, all right. So if you want to go we're gonna go see your mom tonight. Like, just let's play a game with your dad, and everything's gonna be good. I remember I picked him up, and I put a blanket over his head because I'm thinking like, like I don't know, like if he's gonna like remember this or like see it or anything. Like, God forbid that. So I just I remember covering up with a blanket, and then like he gets the keys and he's like, just follow me, and then we like unlock the door, and like Darrell like peeks out the door. He's the first one out the door, and then I just remember running with him, like holding his son, and just like running with him. He's like running out there, run to the car, got in the car. He drove. He drove. He's from there, so I guess he always figured like I would have to get a GPS to figure out where I'm going out there. I'm not from there. And he's like, I'm not taking my son to the hospital. So he's like, I need you to take him to his mom. So he calls his friend. His friend doesn't live too far from us, so he calls him. He pulls up. He jumps in his car, and he's just like, get my son to his mom. And that's what I did. I called her. I remember she met up with me. Me and her, like I said, we've always been good and understanding, so I just told her. I need to get your son, and I'm gonna make sure you talk to Dorella in the morning or like as soon as possible. I promise. Like, I just want to make sure you have your son first, like, and he's safe. And then like his boy calls me like 30, 40 minutes later because Dorella's in the hospital. I guess he had to have surgery and everything.